Hello, my beautiful Dolly family. Welcome back to Southern Reborns Nursery. I'm Monica, and who you see before you are my beautiful girls, Raina and Liberty. And you guys, these babies are super excited. We went to TJ Maxx the other day, you guys, and we found them this super cool dragon float for them to be able to get into the pool or go to the beach. And I don't have to worry about them getting overly wet because it is all the way enclosed. So they will be nice and safe. So the girls are super excited about their new float. But before we get started, how are you doing? How are you all doing? I hope that you are having an amazing weekend. I hope that you guys are staying cool and safe. I know that up north, y'all have gotten some really bad weather. And please know I'll be praying for you guys. And I hope that you're staying cool because here in South Louisiana, it is super hot and humid. It has been crazy. It has been crazy hot. So what we're going to do in today's video is we're going to get the girls dressed in their bathing suits. And that is going to be part of hashtag summertime reborns. And that is hosted by Jessie over at Gray Mouse Jessie. I will have her linked in the description of this video. You can dress your babies in anything summertime. Bathing suits, any outfit that's summery. You could do summery things. Just make sure that you tag Jessie so she can come over and show your channel some love and support. So we're going to go ahead and get the girls dressed. I'm going to try to do this where you guys can see it. And what I have is I have two bathing suits. I have this one here, which is multicolored, and it has gold hearts, and it says love on the front. And then we have this cute blue one, and it's got, I don't know if that's a flower, if that's all under the sea type plants, but it's got fish on it. This is the front. Sorry, I'm showing you the back. But we're going to go ahead and put this on one of the girls and get them ready to go in the pool because hopefully today we will be getting in the pool with the girls. I might have to do this in 2 videos. So this will be part 1, getting the girls dressed. And then part 2, we will show the girls getting in the pool. So we're going to go ahead and get Raina ready first. Come here, girl. So what have you guys been up to? You guys, I use these nifty little clips that are super tiny. I use these to clip the back of their dresses when they are too big or their shirts. They work great. But what are you up to, you guys? You guys have any summertime plans? We are going to Georgia for our vacation. I don't think I told you guys where exactly we were going. We are going to Georgia to see our family. And I cannot wait because I do have a grandbaby that I have not met in person. And I cannot wait to meet her in person. So we're excited about that. And you guys, while we get these girls dressed, I do want to join in on a conversation that Natasha had over on her channel. And she is T's Reborn Nursery. That is Natasha over there. And she had a conversation on her channel about whether or not you should ask an artist whether you can paint over her work or modify the doll in any way before you do it, after you've already paid for the doll. In my opinion, I think that once you've bought a doll, you can do whatever you want to do with the doll. It is your property. It is your baby to decide what you want to do with. Now, if you're going to resell the doll, right, and you've modified it, I think that you need to tell the buyer what you've done. So let's say you bought one of my dolls, right? I bought a doll from Monica over at Southern Reborns Nursery, and I darkened the limbs, right? Or I rooted the doll, or I repainted the entire doll, right? I think that you should let people know what you've done to the doll and not try to pass it off as the artist's work. Okay. That is just being honest. Okay. That is just being a good person, to be honest, right? To let your buyer know that you did modify the doll. But do you have a right to modify it? Yes, you do. Because at the end of the day, if I'm the artist that you bought the doll from, I made my money off that doll. Oh, girl, mommy's trying to take this off without unbuttoning it. Doesn't even have buttons. Oh, it's in the front. Look at me. I'm sorry, Liberty. I'm sorry. But once you bought the doll from me, I've already made my money, right? So who am I to tell you what to do with the doll? I'm no one to tell anybody what to do with their dolls after they've already bought it. I'm not going to be upset about it. If you want to go and modify the doll that you bought from me, by all means. But when you go to resell the doll, you need to be honest about what you've done with the doll. You need to be honest about the work that you did on top, right, of my work. That way, Liberty, she's laying out, you guys. She's ticklish, she's ticklish, she's ticklish. She's so funny. But that way, you know, the buyer knows the whole truth about a doll, right? Let me tell you, you guys, I have not necessarily bought a doll that had been modified by anyone, but I have traded dolls. And girl, come here, come here. Look at her. Let me get her bathing suit on, you guys. I have traded dolls. Oops, I'm sorry if she's hitting the mic. I have traded dolls, and when I went to reweigh a doll, I found that the doll had hair, balls of hair mixed in with the stuffing, with the polyfill, and it was the grossest thing. Look at Liberty in her bathing suit. She's so cute. Look at that girl. She's so happy. She's like, yeah. Yeah, she's ready to get in the pool, you guys. Raina, what are you doing? What you looking at, girl? What you looking at? Look at your aunties, girl. She's so cute. But yeah, I have found some very disturbing things in dolls before. And I know that it's, you know, not necessarily the artist, although I don't know, because I don't know the history that came with that doll before I received it. But I'm assuming, you know, that along the way, before she got to me, somebody reweighted her and used stuffing they maybe threw in the floor and had hair all over it. I don't even know. It was disgusting. I'm pretty sure there's a video on my channel of that. It was a Levi that I had received and in a trade. And the person I got the doll from, she was unaware of it, or at least she told me she was unaware of it, that she had never, you know, reweighed the doll or anything like that. And I do believe her. She did offer to trade back, but I had already reweighed the doll to my liking, and I replaced all of the stuffing and the glass beads. I had done all that already. So I was like, you know, no, it's fine, because I've already, you know, done all this stuff to her and made her the way that I like her. So I'm just going to keep her. It's crazy what you will find in dolls, you guys. But I don't think that you need to notify the artist if you're going to make modifications, because at the end of the day, you've already paid for the doll. The artist already made the money off of her doll. So now it is yours to do what you want with it, right? So I don't have a problem with it as long as you're being honest to the person that you are selling the doll to and letting them know, hey, you know, I did this to the doll. I did that to the doll. That way they know, you guys. It's important to be honest. So what I'm doing is I'm getting some rubber bands and things out of here. But this thing came, this little set that I had bought a couple years ago Came with 2 of these nifty little tools, and they look like letter openers, to be honest. But what you can do is you slip it in here where the rubber bands are, and it cuts the rubber band. Just be careful you don't cut your doll's hair, you guys, like I almost did to Raina. But you just slip it in here, right? And it cuts the rubber band off for you. I thought that was pretty cool. And I really like the little set, and it wasn't expensive at all, you guys. It really wasn't. I think I paid like less than $10, and it came with like a couple hundred rubber bands and those little clips to, let me see. Oh, this one doesn't have the comb attached. Let me grab a brush. Okay, you guys, I'm back. But yeah, I mean, I think that once you have the doll in your possession, you've already paid for it, it is your doll, then you can do whatever you want to do with your doll. I do not think that you have to go and ask permission from the original artist. Now, let's say it's a situation where paint rubbed off the doll, right? And you want the artist to fix it because you're not sure you can, then yeah, ask the artist. But a lot of times artists will not work on their own dolls after they've been sold. They will not work on their own dolls. It is rare to find somebody who will work on their own work. You know, and I don't think it's necessarily because they want to not work on their own dolls. I think that they are so booked up with all the work, you know, doing customs or other dolls that they're going to sell, that they would prefer to do that than work on their own dolls. And I think that, you know, in that situation and in that case, like, you're not really leaving your customer an option, right? They have to work on their own dolls or find somebody who will be willing to work on the doll for them. Now, a lot of people will not work on other people's work. Like, you could contact one artist. Let's say you contact the artist who made your doll and you tell her, hey, you know, my doll is starting to peel, or my doll is cracking, or my doll has paint rubs, right? And if the artist says, no, I'm sorry, I don't work on my own dolls, or no, I can't do it, and you contact another artist and I'm like, hey, can you please fix this paint rub for me? Most artists are going to tell you no, because they don't like to work over or touch other people's artwork. So they won't do it. So in that case, you guys, it is very important to be able to work on your own dolls, to know how to work on your own dolls. And I know that in a lot of people's situations, you know, they can't work on their own dolls for whatever reason, you know, and a lot of people get caught up in having to deal with the paint rubs, right? Because nobody's willing to work on somebody else's doll, you know. Oh, girl, you're so cute. Your hair is so cute. She's so cute, you guys. So, you know, it's a frustrating position to be in if you don't know how to work your own, to paint. If you don't know how to paint, you guys, I say if you are able, it is always a good thing to learn how to paint dolls, to do touch-up work on your dolls. This girl is so beautiful. I love her. Liberty, you are too funny, girl. What are you doing? What are you doing? Look at this girl. She said she's ready. She's ready to go get in the pool, you guys. But, you know, it's important to, if you are able to work on your own dolls, to work on your own dolls, you guys. But back to T's topic, like, yeah, I do not think that you have to ask permission from the prior artist if it's okay for you to work on the doll. I do not. I think that once the doll is in your possession, it is your doll to do whatever you want to do with. And if you go to sell that doll and you've already modified it, then yes, it is very important to be honest with the buyer that you have made modifications to the doll that was made by whoever, and let them know what those modifications are so that they are aware. But as far as needing permission, no, you don't need permission. In my opinion, that's just my opinion. We all see things differently, but that's just my opinion. I think that Natasha had a great topic. You should go over there and hear her opinion and read her comments and see what other people's opinions are, because it was a great topic and it really did need to be talked about. I thought it was a great topic, you guys. But anyway, we are going to go and get our float blown up, and we will come back with a part 2 of this video. I'm not promising when, but we will come back with a part 2, you guys. But as far as me and Raina and Liberty go, we want to wish you the very best weekend ever. Tell them, you guys, that we love you, that we appreciate you, and that we are praying for you. And you guys, we will see you in our next video. Say bye, girls. Bye.